Hey everyone, it's Gina and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through a wash day routine using only drugstore products. This is going to be a talk through first impression, so you're going to actually get to see my first impression reaction. So I've never tried these products before except for the mask I have used once. I haven't started on my hair yet, I just finished washing it, so I will be talking through the styling process. It's been a while since I did a more casual talk through video like this, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've already clarified my hair and I wanted to share with you a really great option for clarifying from a drugstore shampoo. This is actually a regular shampoo as well, but it does remove buildup, so I consider it more of a clarifying shampoo, but it is gentle enough to where you could use this as your regular shampoo. This is the Carol's Daughter Wash Day Delight Water to Foam shampoo with aloe. This is a great clarifying shampoo because it doesn't strip your hair and it has salicylic acid in it, so if you're struggling with scalp issues like dandruff or dry flaky skin, this will help exfoliate that away. And it has a concentrated nozzle, which is nice. I've done a full review on this. I will put that linked down below, but you can see how much I've used of this stuff. I find that a little does go a long way because you get a lot of lather from it, so be careful because I tend to use a lot of product because it is a watery liquid. Not everything from the Carol's Daughter brand is silicone free, so just watch out for that if you prefer to follow the curly girl method and you want to order any of their other products, but the shampoo is sulfate and silicone free. And I felt like I had a lot of buildup today for some reason, so that felt great doing that on my scalp. So I just rinsed that out. So now for the mask, this is the Shea Moisture Strengthen and Restore Treatment Mask. I actually have used this just one time before. So it has hydrolyzed vegetable protein. So that is the protein. So I don't see this being a full-on like protein treatment, but it does have a little bit of protein in it. And I'm just gonna wet down my hair because it's obviously dried at this point. So far, the texture is very, very thick. I'm not loving the smell. To me, it kind of smells like Play-Doh. It's not horrible though, you know, it's going to rinse out, so it's gonna be fine. But so far, it's really thick, feels very moisturizing. All right, so now I'm just gonna clip this up and put on a shower cap. I'm not gonna be using heat. Since my hair is more on the high porosity side, I don't have to use heat to really get deep conditioners to soak in. But if you do have low porosity hair, definitely try using a heated cap. So I'm just gonna put the shower cap over and then let this sit. So always read the directions and see how long it says. So this one says 10 to 15 minutes, maybe left on hair for up to 30 minutes without heat. So it says 10 to 15 minutes if you're using heat and 30 without heat. I'm just gonna do 15 minutes. So I'm gonna set my timer on my phone and then I'll be back after I rinse it out. All right, so I just rinsed out the deep conditioner, and one thing that I have been doing to help reduce wet frizz is instead of like wringing out my hair, I just kind of scrunch it to get the excess water out. I typically would just like kind of squeeze it, and high porosity hair just tends to hold on to a lot of water when it's wet, and then it just releases it all right away because the cuticle is not fully closed, like it stays a little bit more open all the time. So I find that just scrunching it keeps it to where it doesn't release too much water because I want to leave some water in my hair to style. So I do prefer to damp style, so I do usually wrap my hair really loosely in the hair repair towel just to kind of absorb the water at my roots. I don't like my roots to be soaking wet, and then I'll apply a little bit more water just to the ends. So if you can see, that's the amount of water in my hair. It's not dripping, but it is wet. So for the styling product, I'm using the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl Enhancing Smoothie. This is like an OG hair product. I've heard that everybody likes this. This is the smaller version. It does come in a tub, just like the Shea Moisture mask that I just showed you. I know it's pretty accessible. Like everyone tends to be able to find this in drugstores. And it's definitely a really popular product. So this is very thick. I probably just used too much. I just put like a dime size amount, and it feels kind of hard to distribute, so I might add some water to my hands. That might help because I don't want to have it weighing down my hair. I don't think this would be a good option if you did have fine curly hair. My hair is medium to coarse, so I try and apply it to the areas that I'm really dry, which is right back here first. I feel like since it's hard to distribute because it's so thick, I need to comb it through. I do feel like I have moisture in my hair. Oh, I forgot to mention, when I rinsed out that deep conditioner, my hair was so soft, like very, very soft, comparable to my higher end deep conditioners when I rinse it off. So that one Definitely really liked it. I will keep that in my rotation. I usually rotate between a moisturizing deep conditioner and a protein one, so that one will be a good one to have a little bit of protein but not too much. Okay, now for my gel. This is a first. I've never tried this before. This is the Dove Amplified Textures Shine and Moisture Finishing Gel. It says accentuate your curls and waves with Dove Shine and Moisture for light all day hold without the flakes and crunch. Infused with aloe, it's alcohol free, locks in moisture, reduces frizz, and creates shiny, healthy looking hair. So of course I dug into the ingredients. There is no silicone in here, which is super rare for a Dove product. The second ingredient is glycerin, propylene glycol, PEG 40 hydrogenated castor oil. So the castor oil is probably going to give it some sealing action, so it's going to help seal in moisture. Same with the polyquaternium 10, so that is the humidity blocking ingredient, helps lock in moisture and give hold. It has aloe leaf juice in it, and shea butter and coconut oil. And it also has VPVA copolymer, which is a holding ingredient, so that does give you hold and humidity protection. So that's why I decided to pick this gel. Here's another up close of it. It just has like a clear liquidy consistency. The more I emulsify it, I get a little bit of a white creamy texture. Oh yeah, this feels super smooth. If you have really tingly hair or high porosity hair, I feel like this is gonna be good because it just glides through. I love a watery gel for my hair type. It's just easy to distribute, especially after that cream. And I did test this, by the way, to make sure that it mixes well with the cream. I usually just put a little bit of both products in my hand and mix them to make sure they mix well. I've done a video on that, by the way. The scent is very strong on this gel. It smells very perfumey, so if you were sensitive to fragrances, I don't think you would like this scent because it smells like flowery perfume. I'm lifting up to give myself some volume and lift. I prefer styling upright because I can just control how my curls lay better that way, especially with having low density hair. Upside down styling, I just have so many tangles, knots. The top never looks good, the back never looks good. Okay, now I take the Be Hairful brush or the Denman brush, whichever, and I use that to create some clumps and ringlets. First thing I'm gonna do is pick up the area around my crown. I do this to get volume and also to help with scalp covering. I did a video all about how to cover your scalp. I recommend checking it out if you have low density hair. So I go straight up, and I'm also kind of turning the brush a little bit to help with ringlets, and I just let it fall. Then through here, I pick up more diagonal vertical sections like this. This is just like my quick method too. I've shown before how I do more of a detailed sectioning method. So I usually just do the curls around the top layer when I don't have a lot of time. All right, now once I'm done creating all the ringlets that I want, sometimes I break up some of them like this. Added a little bit more gel to my hands that are wet, by the way, just to kind of mix it and dilute it. Now I'm just gonna scrunch. So now I'm gonna take my hair repair towel. I'm actually gonna go to a part that's already wet so it doesn't absorb too much. And I'm just gonna scrunch underneath. I feel like there's too much water underneath. If you're struggling with hold and keeping hold, don't do this step. But if you do, you can always add a little bit more gel, which I'm actually gonna do because I'm crazy about having a good gel cast. So just add a little bit to my hands, and I'm just kind of glazing over what I just did. It's also good to just tame frizz like this too. All right, y'all know my little trick I always do to check to make sure my scalp is covered. I use the handheld mirror and I just check it. And I usually loosen it up right at the scalp like that, and then I'll scrunch right there. So now I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes, and then I will diffuse, and I will be back on camera. Y'all have seen me diffuse before. I've done a video about how I like to plop diffuse, which is where I lay my head over the counter and hover my diffuser, and then I do it upright a little bit longer just as it's starting to dry. Okay, so I just finished diffusing my hair, and I'm really happy with my results so far. Let me get a little bit closer. There's a couple pieces that are kind of sticking out every which way. That could just be the way I was holding my diffuser. Maybe I held it for too long in one area. So what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of water and a little bit of that gel and kind of smooth over, maybe finger coil those pieces. But overall, it looks really good. I'm actually really impressed. I have just a little bit of frizz, but obviously you're never gonna get rid of all of it. But for the most part, I have a pretty good gel cast. I would call this like a medium hold probably. I haven't scrunched it out yet. I wanted to show you like my first impressions after I finished diffusing. My hair's probably about 95% dry. I don't like to diffuse until I'm 100% dry because then I get some frizz. But I would say it's mostly dry. It's just a little bit damp like within the curls, like within the curl clump. So I usually just let it finish air drying, but the shrinkage is really great. As you can see, it's all the way up to here and it was like down to here. So it definitely gave me really great curl definition. Feels very moisturized, feels very balanced. It doesn't feel dry or hard or anything like that. Really impressed so far. Great volume, so I don't feel like it got weighed down at all. It's probably gonna get even bigger after it completely dries and I can scrunch out the crunch. I'll probably keep some of the crunch though because I do want this to last all week. So far, really liking these results at about 95% dry. Like I said, I'm just gonna go touch up some of these areas. Wow, this volume is crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you feel like these results are comparable to what I normally get from higher end products. All right, so overall final thoughts. I liked all the products that I tried. I would say my favorite is probably the gel, just because I love gel and I feel like that is a really comparable product to my favorite Ouidad Advanced Climate Control Gel, which I don't know if the Dove gel is gonna hold up in humidity. It's obviously winter time right now, so I'm not really sure, but we will see. But it does have some similar ingredients when it comes to the polyquat ingredients that are in it as the Ouidad gel, but the consistency was almost identical to that Ouidad gel. So if you've tried that gel because of my recommendations and you were looking for a cheaper option, maybe give it a try. I still need to do some more testing. Definitely need to see how it holds up on next day hair, but overall I really enjoyed the gel. Hey, also it is the next day and I'm about to take off my bonnet and I wanted to share with you my next day results after using the Drugstore combo that I shared. So we will see how that goes. And apologies if there's any background noise. The heater is cranking right now and I don't want to turn it off because it's snowing outside today. I did take it down first thing when I woke up this morning and I added a little bit of water to some areas right here that were looking a little frizzy just on some ends, and then I put it back up in my bonnet because I wanted to just preserve it for the rest of the morning. I usually will do that. I'll just wear my bonnet around the house. I was cleaning and stuff like that, and that just helps to not get my curls messed up. And I actually do feel like that adding a little bit of water right there did reactivate the gel, which I love when a gel can be reactivated with just water. That really helps if you just need to do a touch up in the middle of the day and you don't have products with you, or just the next morning for a quick, easy refresh. I'm really impressed. Let's look at what the back looks like. So I don't feel like I need to do anything else to it. I'm just gonna leave it like this today. I'm not going anywhere anyways. If I were to be going somewhere though, I would probably add a little bit more gel just to the perimeter. That way it will hold everything in place all day, but I don't want to add any product or anything like that and layer it up too much. I'm just going to leave it like this. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to link all of these products if you're interested in checking them out down below in the description. I got all of mine on Target, so I will link you to where you can get them there, but obviously they're available at other retailers as well and in store. So don't forget to let me know in the comments what you thought of these results and if they are comparable to higher end results. And please let me know if you have any other drugstore products you want me to test out. I really want to try out more drugstore products. I'm planning lots of product-based videos coming up in the new year, so I'm going to be doing a roundup of some of my favorite creams and gels in different categories and stuff. I haven't really done a lot of product comparison videos, and that is probably the most asked question that I get, so I'm really planning out a lot more product-based videos coming into the next year, more reviews. And if you have not already seen the Curly Hair Care for Beginners playlist, I will put the link down below for that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and I hope to see you back next week. Bye everyone.